Oscars2025, my predictions, my hopes. I've watched most of the films nominated now, and I think my favourite of the bunch is A Complete Unknown, the Dylan film. But I have to admit, that's mainly because it's completely set in New York in the early 60s, which is when I went there. Plus, of course, I'm a huge Dylan fan, and I thought they did a brilliant job on it. So I loved that film. I suspect it won't be given the Best Film award. I wouldn't be unhappy if Conclave gets it, because I think that's an absolutely terrific film. But also, I suspect the one that will probably get it is The Brutalist, which I didn't like so much. I thought it was a good film, but far, far too long. In fact, if it had been half the length, it would have been a very, very good film as opposed to just a good film. But either way, I didn't really enjoy it that much. The best film, I thought, actually, of the nominees, leaving my personal taste out of it, is A Real Pain. I don't think it'll win. It doesn't stand a chance. It's a great outsider. But then again, a few years ago, my friend Nordic and I both thought that the best film was Parasite, but wouldn't stand a hope of winning, and it did win Best Film. So let's wait and see. I think the best film actually ought to be A Real Pain. I suspect it will be The Brutalist, which I really don't like. As for the best actor, for me that's Timothy for his Dylan in A Complete Unknown, which I thought was superb, not only as acting but also as singing. I really thought it was terrific, and I'm delighted he won the SAG Best Actor award. But we'll wait and see again. I suspect he won't win it. I wouldn't be surprised if Ralph Fiennes wins it for Conclave, in which case it's well deserved because he was very, very good. Best Actress, well, that's a real mystery. Funny enough, the girl who won the Best BAFTA was the girl who starred in Anora, which was my least favourite of all the nominated films. I really didn't like it at all. Everybody said it's like a Pretty Woman. Well, it's not at all like Pretty Woman. For a start, it doesn't have the great Roy Orbison in any capacity. But secondly, it's almost the exact opposite of a Pretty Woman. The woman who did win, the girl who won the award, didn't deserve it. By the way, if anybody deserved an award, the boy who played the Russian boy in it is far better. The girl who played Anora, or Anya, just does the typical performance of that sort of role. She keeps saying in all her speeches that it's a tribute to call girls and people working in the sex industry. It isn't at all. It really is terrible about call girls and people who are working in the sex industry and makes them look completely awful, heartless, brainless, lacking in any kind of morality. The most vile creatures come out of it, I thought. Not that the Russians come out of it well either. And the boy who plays the lead comes out of it terribly badly, although he is a very good actor and does it very well, playing just basically a spoilt brat. Anyway, that's the one for Best Actress. I don't think she will win. I suspect Demi Moore will win for The Substance, which actually I thought was a great film. I enjoyed it, thought it was hilariously funny. It wasn't a horror film, although loads of people walked out of the cinema to be sick in the toilets, but they were obviously fooled. I thought it was actually a very amusing film and a rather send-up of horror movies. Demi Moore is fine in it, but it really is an amazing achievement of makeup and CGI and everything, and didn't require acting at all. The best actress in any film this year, by far, is Marianne Jean-Baptiste in Hard Truths, which is not even nominated, but was nominated in the BAFTAs, and I have to say, I cannot believe how she didn't win the BAFTAs. It was so obviously the best female performance in any film this year, and it strikes me as very strange that the BAFTA voters voted for the woman who plays the hooker in Anora, who is just very ordinary, not good at all. Anyway, so that's Best Actor, I suspect, as I said, will probably go to Ralph Fiennes, but I think it ought to go to Timothy Chalamet. Best Supporting Actor, by far, is Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain. Now, I loved A Real Pain, but I also thought it was the best film of all the ones nominated, and his performance in it is superb. It's such a clever script. It's so well written. It really does manage to achieve you roaring with laughter and sobbing with tears all at the same time. As I said before, I don't think it stands a hope, but I think he does stand a hope and probably will win Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actress, that does nothing particularly strikes me, although I'd be quite pleased to see one of the two Wicked girls win something, because I thought that was actually a really good film. I wasn't expecting it to be nearly as good as it was, and it was even better for the fact that it's got two real genuine hit songs in it. These days you don't get many hit songs in many musicals. All the rest of them, well, they're all quite good. They're all most of the nominees are actually really good films, I thought. I do hope the Seed of the Sacred Fig wins something, because I thought that was a terrific film about Iran in Iranian. I found it particularly fascinating. Anyway, we shall see what happens when we watch the Oscars on Sunday night or Monday morning in the United Kingdom, and whether I was right or wrong, we'll find out who wins what.